Hey Dilettanters, it's Monday, which isn't the day I normally do, but we have a slightly different and interesting topic this week, and it's free association, which is a psychological therapy where you get a patient to talk for a certain amount of time, just about anything at all, and they just talk and talk and talk. And so I thought, why not do that as a little experimental topic? And so I'm going first because I know what it is, and I'm going to try it, but, I'm really tired and a little bit ill, and today's been a bit weird. So, I'm going to talk for like 5 minutes in one take, and I don't know what about. So, I've got my stopwatch here, and I'll start now. So, today I finally received a cassette player, which is something that I've been wanting for I guess a couple of months now. I've wanted a record player for longer, but they're a lot more expensive, and so I wanted a cassette player, and I finally got it. And it's really cool because it's been so long since I heard like a proper analogue sound, and even though it's just like a cheap Tesco's cassette player with a little radio on it that I'm going to use to make nice like field recordings and put some static in the background, some songs, and record them like through my computer so they sound super lo-fi. It just sounds so good, and it's so nice to put this cassette in, one of only 25 of this cassette, and just play around with it and listen to it, and the music be that bit more pure. It's just so brilliant. I don't know what it is. It just sounds nicer than through any headphones, any ridiculous £200 Beats or whatever. It's just screw them. Just buy a little 17 quid cassette player and a nice $10 cassette. And it's weird. It's like there's an effort to it as well. You don't just compile a playlist and you don't just click play. You have to think about what you're doing, and you have to put it in the right side, put it in the right way, play it, and fast forward it, rewind it, get it to the right point, figure out how to use the machine, figure out how to use the physical little chunk of sound about the same size as my camera. You've got to put it in the right way, and you've got to make sure you keep care of it and stuff like that. And it's just so cool. And my friend, Alison. Sorry, it's late. Alison is a really good musician, and I found her stuff. I can't remember how. Probably Neutral Milk Hotel tag on Tumblr. She's really cool, but she had to take lots of her videos down because the person who they were about was going to see them. So I was kind of upset about that. But she said she'd send me a tape, and being the terrible human that I am, I thought she meant a CD, because for some reason she couldn't send the files. I can't remember the reason why, but I think it was easier to send a tape. But she lost the tape that she made, but she's making another one at the minute, and then she'll send that from America, and that's really cool because again, it's physical sound she's made, one of a kind. She's sending me over this cassette, and then I'll be able to hear it properly, not just files, not just MP3s, not just on a CD, proper actual recorded music ingrained into it. Oh, it's just, the idea is just so fantastic, and it's just something that I really hope it does come back, and I know records are becoming a big thing, because modern bands, there was Record Day this year, and there was loads of modern bands, and HMV, which is like the biggest music and film retailer in England pretty much, their website sells a lot of vinyls, and they stock vinyls in some stores, which is really cool. I'm really glad that this is a thing now. This is going to be part of our sort of generation, I guess. I don't know. Also something I noted, I listen to a lot of lo-fi music which talk about a lot, which sometimes it's just sort of raw sound, it's feedback, and it's field recording, it's birds and buses and stuff like that. And it's a really interesting genre to get into, because a lot of it sounds a bit hard noise, but then you appreciate noise like that going by. That car there, I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds so nice. When everyday sound becomes part of things that you listen to pleasure, then everyday sound becomes pleasure. And it was like, I was on the bus the other day, and I wish I had some sort of recording device because the brakes weren't working properly, and it was just, this noise was fantastic. It reminded me of this Flat Sound song, I can't remember which one, but it was just like a screeching, but it was it worked. It wasn't a horrible ear-splitting screech, it just it faded in and it faded out. And there was a guy sat across from me who was on holiday, and he said, "Oh, what an awful noise," and I just thought, But it isn't awful. To me, that noise was beautiful. That was a beautiful noise, and it was a bus screeching. And I'm just thinking, it's so weird that we can condition ourselves to hear a noise as beautiful that others people think is rather horrible, which you can apply to a lot of things. Again, more psychology, in that you can basically train anyone to associate anything with anything, which is how you can unlearn and learn phobias, in that you can associate a neutral object with fear, or you can associate it with a treat. If you want to get rid of a phobia, you could say somebody's scared of rats. Every time they see a rat, give them a chocolate. You know, they can't feel two conflicting feelings at the same time. And it's amazing how we think we're so complex, but really, once you condition yourself with the right stimulus, you can do anything. And this has been my 5 minutes up. There we go. Wasn't that fun? It'll be interesting to see what you guys do, and if any of our viewers want to do that, or if you just want to type like a Tumblr post or something, just let us know, put it in the comments or something. Great. Lovely to talk to you guys. It's been really nice and really calming. I think I did alright actually, because I just wasn't thinking, and I knew I wasn't going to edit it, so I sort of forced myself to talk properly. So yeah, I'll see Kat and Kirsty next week, and there'll be some footage of that, so see you around.